What is the most common goal I hear from new Etsy sellers? They want to hit $100,000. I hear this about a dozen times per week when I'm talking to new Etsy sellers or people who want to start selling on the platform. They say, Dylan, I really want to make 100K. How fast can I make 100,000? How much time do you think I'll have to work per week to make 100,000? Do you think I could make 100,000 with this product? $100,000, it's a number that many Etsy shop owners have their eye on. Now, there's a lot of factors that go into one, the speed of your first 100,000, and two, the ease of your first 100,000. And I'm going to dive into this right now, why your first $100,000 on Etsy will be the toughest and what to expect before and after that first 100,000. Let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jarrus, and I am an Etsy shop owner of almost 7 years. I've made $1.4 million in revenue on the platform. That's over $1 million in profit. And I also sell on Amazon and Shopify. My whole background is corporate e-commerce, where I manage portfolios, all the way up to $100 million in size. That's the training and the skill set that I bring to Etsy. So now I still have my shop. We do $30,000 to $40,000 a month, but I've hired out production for most of that. And I'm really working full time with students just like you who are taking my program, Multi-Six-Figure Etsy Blueprint, to scale their shops and their businesses to that level. So let's jump right into it. Why is the first $100,000 on Etsy the hardest number to hit? Number one, because it is the biggest percent increase. So starting from nothing, you're literally trying to 100x your income. So normally in a career, you might be able to get like a 10% raise each year. So that's like 1.1x your income every year. And now imagine trying to go to your boss and getting a 100x increase on your salary. So what kind of immense growth in your skill set would that require from you in a normal job? So remember, on Etsy, doing that first $100,000, you're trying to get 100x growth, but you're not trying to get 100x growth every single year after that. Maybe from that point on, you're just looking for like steady 10 to 30% year over year growth. So the first $100,000 on Etsy is the hardest because it's the biggest percent increase. The second reason that the first 100,000 is the toughest is because you're literally doing everything yourself, which in any business is like really inefficient. But in this first 100,000, you are wearing all the hats because maybe you can't afford to outsource anything yet. But what might you outsource after that first 100,000? Designing, production, packaging, photography, customer service, social media. Then you can start buying back your time to grow your business through outsourcing. But the key here is that when you are buying back your time through outsourcing, you need to replace that time with a higher value skill. It's not about sitting back and saying, all right, let's coast. You have to keep putting that same effort towards higher dollar per hour tasks. The next reason that the first 100,000 is the hardest is simply due to the volume of work that it's going to take to sharpen your skill sets. The more you do something, the more you are an expert in it, and the more nuances and strategies around it you will understand. So if you have one good year on Etsy, you really have very little knowledge and experience, and you're most likely doing a lot of reacting. It's very hard to be proactive and strategic without a volume of experience. And that volume of experience takes time. If you want to shorten the time that it takes, then you have to pay someone to sharpen your skill set faster. The last biggest reason that getting that first $100,000 is the hardest is because that first 100K on Etsy is a game that requires both hard work and consistency. In that combination, most people cannot keep up long enough to hit $100,000. You guys, I hear all the time from Etsy sellers that I talk to that they are so busy, but yet they have like no money. And when I hear that, I think of something that Alex Hormozy said: you can't be busy and broke. If you are, then you're spending your time doing the wrong stuff. So to get to $100,000 the fastest on Etsy, you need to be extremely busy doing only the right stuff. So this means only profitable action steps and the implementation of Etsy growth strategies in the right places and at the right time in your business. So if you can spend all of your time when you're working on your business only doing profitable action steps and growth strategies, you're going to get that $100,000 a lot faster. But if only half of the time when you're working on your business is spent on the right things, then any financial result will take you twice as long as someone who only focused on the right things consistently. So if you are looking for someone to help you have the most direct path to $100,000 on Etsy, definitely reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram at Dylan Jarrus, or you can email me team@dylanjarrus.com. You can also just schedule a free call with me with the link below in the description here, and we can talk more about your business, your goals, where you're getting stuck, hug and hung up, and then how I can help you. If you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.